G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD and welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Now recently on the channel I've been receiving comments in regards to how do you get better at FIFA? What do I do in these situations? What do I do in those situations? How do I do this? How do I do that? Well, basically today I've decided to do a tutorial for you, and as you can probably tell from the title, this is how you can close out a game in the game of Foot Champions, Divisions, whatever it may be. Now this is a very handy tool for you to have in your locker for when you're playing FIFA 18, and I hope you guys can take something from this tutorial. So this is how you close out a game. I'm going to jump into the clips right now and I'll see you inside. Rightio lads, so we're into the clips right now, and one thing you're going to notice me do in this situation is keep possession a lot. You're going to see me switch the ball, you're going to see me do a lot of different techniques to keep the ball. Now as you see here, I've got the ball with Bellerin. I've switched it from Jordi Alba to over to Bellerin to then take the pressure off myself. And basically what I'm doing in this situation is pointing my left analog stick towards Mbappe, who is my right midfielder, and tapping R1. Now what that does is actually calls Mbappe towards myself to receive the ball, and you're going to see in just a moment what I do. So I've got the ball with Bellerin, I then press the left analog stick towards Mbappe and tap the R1 button. You're going to see Mbappe come and actually receive the ball, and as you see I've got the ball in Mbappe's possession, and basically I'm just keeping it tight into my feet. Now what I've done there is held down L1, which is the L1 dribbling technique, to keep the ball in tight to Mbappe, and as you see I'm not going forward if it's not necessary. I'm also doing the same thing with Henry. I got the ball with Jordi Alba, I tapped R1 and Henry came to receive the ball. Now as you're seeing here, I'm also using my centre back. For the second time once again I've switched the ball, and as you see again for the third time I've used that R1 technique to call Mbappe towards myself. Now in this case I've got Mbappe into a very good situation where he's just outside the 18-yard box, where he might like to cross it or he might like to try and cut inside. But lads, because I saw there was too many defenders in the box, I didn't go forward, and here you see I'm doing it once again. I got into the box with Mbappe, but because there was limited numbers in the box I was able to pull it back and give it back to Bellerin. As you're seeing once again I'm doing that L1 dribbling with Vieira. It opens up in the middle, and as you see the 1-2 is played with Larson and he scores to make it 4-2. Now lads, what I've done here is I've made sure I keep switching the ball, and what this does is actually drags the defender's defense away from the ball, and then he has to switch over to the other side of the pitch to try and take the ball back off me. Another technique that you would have seen me do is use that L1 tight dribbling technique to keep the ball close in my possession. What this does is make your player more agile, more good on the ball, and he has such a good touch when it comes to using the L1 dribbling technique. This makes it very hard for your defender to take the ball off you, and once again it's a very good technique to try and keep the ball away from your opponent in the dying stages of a Foot Champions match. Another standout technique that you would have witnessed me do throughout this tutorial is use the R1 to come receive the ball technique. Now you would have seen me do that at least 3 to 4 to 5 times. Now what you do there, I said it in the beginning, but all you need to do is point the left analog stick towards the player and tap R1, which will then cause your player, your striker or your winger to come towards the ball and receive it. He's not hanging up there with the defenders where the defenders can then intercept. No, he comes towards the ball to receive it, and then he can play a 1-2 with the right back or the left back, or whoever it may have been that passed it to him. Now that's a very important technique for keeping the ball, because then you have an opportunity to pass it to someone, because if you're in a tight situation and your opponent's pressing you, you're gonna need someone to pass it to. So you're gonna need to use the R1 technique to have an option to actually pass it to. The fourth and final standout technique, and you would have seen me do this at least twice today with Mbappe, was get into the box but not actually go for goal or cross it. Now that's very important. You want to make sure that the goal that you're going to score is a 100% goal. You would have seen me get into the box or near the box countless times, but I didn't decide to turn and have a shot. I decided to keep the ball and keep possession, and as you would have seen, it paid off for the second time with Mbappe. I had the ball in the box, I didn't decide to go for goal. What I did was came back, passed it to Bellerin. He had an option to Vieira. Vieira held up the ball. He then had a pass into the middle, where then Larson was able to finish it off to make it 4-2 and close off the game. That is a successful technique to close off a game and at least get that last goal, which will then guarantee you the win. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Now I do apologize for those of you who've wanted me to upload tutorials on the channel in the previous sort of few weeks, but I haven't had a chance to. I've been busy and I've been doing Road to Glory content, so I do apologize for that. But if you want me to do more tutorials like this, chuck a like, chuck a comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. But lads, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Can we smash 20 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you ever so much for your support. It has been genuinely amazing, lads. I'm out. Have a good day.